This is another episode of Max One on One. Hey!
What's up, Max?
And also for the Midnight Madness radio show, I'm here with the super band drummer, Deen Castronovo. Super
everybody!
Band, super drummer for a super band, bro.
Oh, thank you, my friend. Band is definitely super.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, bro. Like I was saying earlier, a little bored, get a little stir crazy. I'm out here in the garage because my wife won't let me smoke, so, you know, you got to do what you got to do.
So you're in Oregon, right? Right now
yes,
you're
sir.
in Oregon.
Yes, sir. Salem, Oregon, yes.
Times, right, with all these fires around, right?
Yeah, and the thing for me, Max, is I never really go anywhere anyway. I mean, when I'm off the road, dude, you know, my wife's always like, let's go on vacation. I'm like, I've been living out of a suitcase for 6 months.
I know.
No, please, no. So for me to just stay home, it's kind of natural. I go to the pharmacy to get my prescriptions, and I go get gas so I can drive my beast around. And that's it. I got a new car, so I'm just been blazing that beast around.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Dude, I was looking forward for this interview because your resume, you know, your history with drums is, you know, endless. You started in 1982, right? That was your first band?
Yeah, Wild Dogs, man.
So you were a kid and you started to play drums. That was your first instrument? That was the instrument you loved at the first, side?
I started when I was 6. I was what they call a Ritalin kid. You know, I was really hyperactive. And, you know, of course, doctors just, give him this pill. It'll calm him down. And I was on it for maybe a month, I think. And my parents got really concerned because I just was lethargic. I'm just kind of, And my mom's like, you know what? I'm taking him off of this stuff. Just taking him off. And they got me a drum set. And dude, from 6 years old on, nobody could tell me different. I said, Mom and Dad, I'm going to be a famous rock star like Kiss, you know? I'm just a little kid, you know? And I wanted to be in one of 2 bands, Kiss or Journey, seriously. And since I'm the crappy in spandex, man, I'm with Journey.
Very cool, very cool. You know that there's a common denominator or common place where all the musicians that I interview, they go to, you know, it's a Kiss. So I wanted to be so badly, even musicians that play grunge music, you know, they go, dude, I started with Kiss in the 70s or 80s, you know, crazy.
Kiss was my Beatles, dude. I mean, like the guys in Kiss, they saw the Beatles on Ed Sullivan. That's what they wanted to do. Yeah. I saw Kiss on the Midnight Special, dude.
Yeah.
So here, oh my gosh, that changed my life. I'm like, I want to do that. I want to put makeup on. I want to play the rock band. And nobody could tell me different. That was it.
Amazing. Was Peter Criss your hero when you were a kid? Was Peter Criss your hero?
Oh yeah, Peter Criss. I mean, he was like, you know, he got me started on drums, and this stuff was easy to learn. You know, it was just straight ahead 4/4, just a nice big fat beat, and it was great. You know, and then I graduated to. I saw Rush actually open up for Kiss. Believe it or not.
Wow.
I was 11 years old, and that was it. I was like, man, that guy has all those drums, and he plays them all. It's different. It's different. And oh my gosh, he changed my life. Neil Peart, God rest his soul. Yeah, he changed my life as a drummer. He and Smith, Steve Smith, Terry Bozzio. Those are my 3 biggest influences.
Amazing, dude. Yeah. So we are here. So for the people who are listening to the radio, the Midnight Madness, we are here with Deen Castronovo. Man, he was a very nice guy. You know, he
as you are as well, brother. You are as well.
I appreciate it.
Great to be on here.
Absolutely, I really appreciate it, bro. So then, you know, like I want to talk about the past few years, you know, because in 2017 you joined the Dead Daisies, the super mega band, right?
Yeah.
So there were so many great musicians, you know, getting in and out. I don't know why all this rotation of musicians, but one thing I know is that it's always good. You put Dead Daisies, you can on your CD or on your computer or whatever, your cell phone, you can never go wrong. You know what I'm saying? So tell me about that experience. You joined like 3-4 years ago, and what happened? How do you get the call?
Well, it was funny. I had just finished a record for Frontiers, Glenn Castronovo, with Johnny Gioeli from Hardline. And I'd finished, and I came home. I was home for a week, and I'm like, okay, what am I going to do now? What's going to happen? So I'm a Christian, so I'm like praying and seeking God for all this stuff. Deen Castronovo. I was home for about a week. I was in Italy, and I got a call from Doug Aldrich, and he goes, "Hey, what are you doing?" I said, "Well, I'm just sitting around." He goes, "No, do you want to? I want to talk to you about something." And so he called me and asked me if I wanted to join the Daisies, and I was like, "Are you kidding?" Yes, totally yes, definitely yes. And so then I got a call from David Edwards, the manager, and he walked me through it, told me what it was all about, and what their plan of attack was. I'm like, dude, I'm in. Let's do this. And it's been great. It really has been great. I'm having a great time with the musicians. They're great players. I'm just having a blast.
Amazing. Do you miss touring? Because the Dead Daisies is about touring a lot.
Dude, like I said, we've been off for a year and a half now. And I am going stir crazy. I haven't been off this long since 2015, so it's like, get me out to play.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm praying that this virus goes away, or we get a vaccine and get this over with, so we can go back and do what we love to do, and that's playing live, man. That's what the band's all about. Records are great. They're a lot of fun. It's a lot of work, but man, you go out live. That's the icing on the cake for me.
Dean, when I don't interview for a couple of weeks, then I get like a little bit rusty, right? So
Yes,
the very first interview after a couple of weeks, I'm like, kind of thinking, doubting,
Yes, Yeah.
Tell me about what happens to you on the drums. Do you have to warm up every day, practice every day? What do you do to keep it warm?
Well, for me, bro, and I'm just being honest here. Playing drums now is a job. I mean, I love doing it, but it's work. And I try not to bring my work home. When I go on the road, it takes me about 2 or 3 days to get, fired up, and I'm ready to go for the rest of the year. I'll start about 2 weeks before a tour. But before that, I start rehearsing, just practicing, getting my chops together. But before then, dude, it's all about family. I'm home with my wife. I'm home with my kids.
Love it.
I'm with my grandbabies. That's
are you a grandpa?
what I do. But dude, totally. I got a 7-year-old and a 4-year-old.
Oh my God!
Now, yeah, they're awesome.
Oh,
they're
awesome. Man, that's awesome, amazing. Yeah. Love it.
I'm a grandpa. Look at me. Oh,
a rock and roll grandpa, man. That's the best you can do, man.
There's a lot of us out there.
Believe me. Yes, indeed. Love it. So, one question regarding the Daisies. Are you still? I don't know. So you just put a new single out there.
Yes.
So is this the second single? The first single was Righteous Days.
Righteous Days, yeah.
Days.
The new one is Unspoken, which is a really cool song. Yeah, so you like it? You digging it?
I love it, and I want to talk a little bit about it because I think Unspoken, it's amazing. I love them both. I think repeat the first one. Righteous Days.
Righteous Days, yeah.
Righteous Days. Sorry, yeah. So. This is the first single with Glenn Hughes, in the vocals, and I think the first single is very Glenn Hughes,
dude.
Turn me down, go within, take my breath, feel my skin, my salvation, sacrifice,
I mean, he's iconic, really. The voice, his voice. I mean, if you know anything about Glenn, it's that voice, and his bass playing, dude. Woof.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a monster.
Oh my God.
No doubt about it. But the greatest thing about him, I think, is just his spirit. He's just got he's like an old soul, really calm, and it's just great to have him in there. I mean, I love working with him. He's amazing. He really is.
Believe me, I've seen him live a couple of times with Black Country Communion, the band he had with Joe Bonamassa, and live. So this. Like you say, he's a very old soul, but a very old rock and roll soul, rock and roll,
definitely.
Goes through his body, he's a channel between rock and roll and the audience, he has so many years of experience, but it's not only that, he's the rock and roll himself, you know what I'm saying?
Dude, yeah.
I don't know how to explain that, but it's like such a feeling, the way he vibrates, he moves. On stage, it's like, dude, he's like delivering his heart and soul
Dude, and let me tell you a story about that too, bro. We were talking about doing the old Daisy songs with Glenn. He goes, I got to be honest. If I don't feel it, if I don't believe it, I can't sing it. And that is rare. in this
Wow.
industry, bro. I mean, people are like, I'll do whatever you want me to do. Glenn's like, look, if I don't feel that, I can't. And I don't believe it. I certainly cannot convey that to the audience.
Oh
So
my.
I'm going to be singing some of the stuff that he just, not into. That he's like, yeah, it just doesn't feel right to him.
Huh.
So I'm going to be singing lead on a few, and Glenn's going to be singing his stuff. But I just admire him for that because he's a true
Wow.
artist. He's like, look,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sing something about drugs and chicks and stuff if that's not how I am. And I love that, man. That's
Wow.
again, that's rare. You don't find that anymore.
True to yourself, that's
Yes. Oh
one of the
yeah.
key.
If he can't deliver it, he's certainly the fans aren't going to believe it either. If he doesn't believe it, they'll be like,
Wow.
I don't get that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Cool
yeah.
thing, man. Really cool.
And then, how do you guys work on the latest single, Unspoken? How was it? Tell me about that experience, the collaboration. Because I have a question, and probably it's going to be a tough one later.
Okay. Okay. Well, I think what we did, we went to Paris, or not Paris, Marseille, France, to do this recording at this studio there, and we actually worked the songs up while we were in the studio, and we changed things and add stuff. And once we got a pretty good sketch of what we were going to do, I would play just a basic drum beat, just something to get us through, so the guitars would have their
Yeah.
parts all in place. Then I got on the click track, and it was just myself and Ben Gross, the producer, and we would
Yeah.
go in. Okay, you guys leave. Go have a cigarette. Go have lunch, whatever. And I would go in with Ben, and he'd go, okay, give me just something really straight on this one. So I would do 3 cuts, 3 takes of the song. He goes, okay, make it a little bit more busy. And then by the third, he goes, just go off. So we would do it, and he would put stuff together, which was really cool, and it worked. It really did work. And to see Doug and David and Glenn collaborating together, once they got it down, it's like, that was tedious, getting all the parts. And we'd be recording, go, no, let's try this. And, oh, that's even better. And then I'd be like, oh, my God, I hope I can remember that while I'm playing it. So,
But that's
once we
awesome.
got them all, once we got them mapped out, it was effortless, bro.
But-
it was really a lot of fun.
Dean, let me tell you. First of all, you are 4 monsters of rock, right there.
Oh,
So
yeah.
the music comes along so easily, because you have so much experience, right? So you
Yeah.
can put a song together like that because you have it. It's not
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
But anyways, you just mentioned the
So
producer.
we had Ben Gross, who's done
Ben Gross. I'm
Doc Marilyn
sorry.
Manson and Filter, some of my favorite bands.
Thank you for the correction, dude. Because
Yeah,
I had,
no worries,
I had old
man.
notes. So thank you for
Yeah,
that.
Ben is a monster. He's
Wow.
fantastic, and he's a drummer, so he gets it. You know what I mean?
Oh, and how was
In
that
my book,
dynamic?
if he's a drummer, screw the rest of the guys. He's got, he and I are going to be tight. It works out great. I
Yeah.
love the man.
Because he thinks in terms of the drum, right? When he's
Yes.
thinking.
Well, he has to. I mean, that's the foundation of the whole thing. If you don't have a good drum track, you're messing with, unholy ground.
How was that dynamic with the producer? Since he was a drummer, so was it more complicated because he expected more from you? Or
Well, he had certain ideas, and the beauty of it was we speak drum. You know what I'm saying? Here to guys. Oh yeah, drum. Okay, I got that. And then I would do that. There was one lick that we said he wanted me to do that. I'm like, Ben Gross is my friend. Ben Gross is my friend. So that was our joke through the whole studio thing. Like,
Oh
okay,
my God, that's
Ben
so
Gross is
funny.
my friend here. Ben Gross is my friend. God, it was fun.
I love it.
That was
I
fun.
love it. I love it. Yeah, and then so how many songs you have so far? 2. So you went to France only to record 1 single, or you recorded more in that time?
We recorded the entire record there.
Oh,
The
okay.
whole thing was done in Paris or in Marseille, France. And it was incredible. We did some demos before that just to make sure everybody, gelled together.
Mm-hmm.
And so we would have something to release to introduce Glenn. And so that was the first one was Righteous Days. Then we went down and did the whole record, and they chose Unspoken for the first single.
Oh, amazing. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
In the start, I'm gonna make your pledge. So dramatic, and you're out on the ledge. Bones are breaking here to ride on the road. Your body aching, and you're out in the zone. I can hear you breathe. Unspoken, you gotta let go. Unspoken, you're out on the road. Unspoken, you let it all flow. compass and I sympathize. In the darkness now you face your grave. In the stillness now you make your way.
I can't wait to get the record. So you can get all these. This single Unspoken is in all digital media. You can go and download it. There's a lyric video out there on YouTube too for the Dead Daisies Unspoken new single. That's amazing. Also, you can go to the deaddaisies.com if I'm correct.
Yes.
To check the band. I've been this earlier today. I was visiting the website. A lot of amazing pictures there. Like merchandise, all the stuff that you need to,
Yeah.
these days.
Yes. Please, everybody go there, buy a ton of T-shirts. So, yeah, we can go on the road.
Dean, you're awesome, dude. Like, I love this interview, man. You're so.
Me too, bro.
You made my
I
life
love doing
easy.
these, bro. And I was telling Max, and I'll tell the people here, this is my first time ever doing a Skype interview. So I was a little nervous. I had to talk to Kat, Kat Swinton, who's our publicity lady. I was like, okay, you're going to have to walk me through. And thank you, Max, for walking me through it. The first, I'm like, you can't see me. Okay, where's the camera thing? Oh, it's down here. Boom. Then you can see me. It's like, okay, I'm new at this. So
dude, we are two
bear with me,
Italians. We are two Italians having a conversation. It can't go wrong, man. He's like laughing.
Hey, he looks good, but he sounds like crap. I can't hear a thing he's saying.
Amazing. No, I love it. Thank you very much, buddy. So I have one question that you can say I don't want to answer that. Or
Okay.
So David Lowy, David Lowy is he's a businessman. He's coming from the corporate side, right?
Yes, sir.
And how is the collaboration in the Dead Days when you are like you tell me a little bit when you are rehearsing, recording a demo, talking about how's when you have somebody who is an entrepreneur or a businessman, is that more vertical or is more horizontal? You know what I'm saying?
For me, bro, I mean, I just from the outside looking in, David always wanted to play guitar, and he did at a young age, and then of course he got into the business end of life and once he hit a certain time, I think he was like, you know what? I'm going to go back and do what I love. And just playing music. And honestly, I mean, for a guy that hasn't played a whole lot and for a long period of time, he picks up stuff quick. He's got that mind. I mean, he's smart. He knows how to pick up stuff. And he's come up with some really great riffs that we put on the records before. It's like, dude, that's badass. Very nice, dude. So I think he feels he's new at it, but he's one of us, man. He's deep down he's one of us, and he just wants to play and rock out and have fun. And I'm just glad he's been able to relive a dream. He's like, you know what? I get to go do this. He's made his money and he's done all the stuff that he can do business wise. Now it's time to do something that's a little difficult, a little different for him. And it's good. Change is good. Push the envelope a little bit. But he has come along from when I joined the band in 2017 to now. It's light years, bro. I mean, he gets better and better every year, which is really cool. So I'm proud of him for that, man. That's really a cool thing to step out of something to go into that,
Thank you for answering the question, Like,
that'll be $20.
I PayPal you that money, no worries. So,
deal.
Bro, no, thank you so much. I know that also, like I've seen in the pictures that, like, kind of the European style, everybody around a table eating, drinking. Tell me, is that like a family, right? You bring your wives and family and you guys hang out together?
Well, when we're on the road, yeah, because, we're all we've got out there. We've got the fans, but, we're pretty in a bubble. We're kind of in a bubble. So, yeah, we all hang together and we eat together and spend time together. And the greatest thing about being at that studio was there was no TVs. You had internet. But, and I could make phone calls, FaceTime and stuff, but there was no distractions. It was a great environment to just sit and create and focus. And, like if we were in LA or New York, are you kidding? You can't focus. Like, hey, let's go to dinner. Let's go watch this show. We're always doing stuff.
Yeah.
There was nothing around there, bro.
Yeah,
nothing. We were in the middle of nowhere.
Dude.
And it really was great. It was it was conducive to a creative environment. It was just really
Exactly.
perfect for that, for
But that's
creativity.
like Led Zeppelin in the 70s, the Rolling Stone. They used to go to a castle,
Yes.
and be away of all society, all
Yeah.
interactions, extra information. No, no, no. It was all, and that's how Stairway to Heaven was born, for example. You know what I'm saying?
There you go, dude. I mean, there you go. I mean, I don't mind being in LA. I don't mind working in New York, but I'll tell you, being in a place where there's, like you were saying, no distractions, you really get to focus and create art, which is really a cool thing. You don't have, like you were saying, outside influences, a bunch of other crap going on. You're just, there you are, and you're at the task at hand, and let's make this song the best it can be, and then on to the next one. It's really cool.
Beautiful, man. Dean
Yeah, brother.
Castronovo, tell me,
Oh!
what's your message to the fans that are there,
Oh, wow.
in their houses, waiting and dying to go to a concert?
Well, you know what I tell them first? Wash your hands first, okay? And, all that COVID stuff, that's, everybody, they've been filled with that for so long. Let's just pray and believe that there's a vaccine soon, and we'll be out on the road to see you guys, man, because I'm telling you, we're itching as much as you guys are itching to see bands play again. I mean, that's our only outlet. This is, as a band, this is what we do. So to not be able to do it, I know the fans are going crazy. They want to go see bands, and you can't. It's like, I know I would always look forward to the festivals in Europe. Always look forward to them because so many people are having a great time, and I know that's been taken away. So just keep praying, keep believing people, and we'll be out there as soon as we can because we want to be out there like yesterday, and we're stuck here. So every day we're getting closer and closer, and we'll see you guys very soon, and we love you all, and we thank you for your support and sticking with us because we'll be there for you guys as soon as we can.
I love it. Dean Castronovo, thank you so much for your time again. I love you, brother.
You,
God bless
I
you.
love you too, man. God bless you too. Keep in touch, bro. You don't have to interview me. Always call and just say hi. You got my number. You know where to find me. I'll be in this car or at the pharmacy or at the gas station.
Thank you, Dean. I talk to you soon, bro.
All right, brother. God bless, my friend.
Take care.